Can you imagine? You know?
Yeah.
The possibilities? One possibility that would be like in a plus in regards of a heavenly note from something that we are supposed to be sworn to, like in God we trust. And then what is that actually, other than just little stories we're told to, but to actually think of the Creator of all and His heavenly will. And this comes from the beginnings of the beginning. The minute everything began for us. Without Him, there was no us. He created that moment so there can be us. You know? And that's like supreme. And those kind of heavenly thoughts. You know? And I don't want your credit card. I don't want anything from you. You know? It's just to transport that, transpose that so you can understand that moment and give it to somebody else, you know. And when they see it and they hear it, you know, it makes your life change. It's like DNA altered just by voice and that contact and that message and what it does. I mean, it's really powerful. But then it's just a moment that progresses and just proceeds on. And if you didn't really get into that, then you won't be living and feeling in that, you know. Just going with this things as they were. You see, those things have to change some in order to bring this more abundant about. No kidding. Now I have to have your credit card number because the stuff comes up is really hot.
Now you want my credit card. Now you want the credit card.
I'm just kidding. Gosh. But it could. But it's not because
it's real.
Because things better than I am, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Things better than we, you know. So because of the things we were first talking about the the God gene and the DNA that we were created from, and being that a creator that created all this from those moments, that DNA is inside of us. It's a God gene, you could call it. And the scientists have been trying to bring it back to that thought we had that started all this, is all, you know. And those scientists are actually seeking, get out of the news, they're trying to destroy the God gene in humans. And then it made me start thinking about, you know, babies, when they're still at their infancy inside the woman, you know, and then they go get this thing, and they wave it over a beam of real super high sonic sound waves. And, you know, sound, if I make a sound, if I'm close enough to something, you can feel the breath, you know, you can see the breath move, wave in something. And I get louder, and then there's understanding that you can understand what it is I'm saying, you know. And those are just really precious, important points of life. And with the family around and all, and so much and how they do, and they're all so scattered, you know. You know, you try talking of that or something, and everyone's just so distracted. And it's funny though, these kids, they didn't really ever have that sound thing on them. Because, you know, I wouldn't allow that. I didn't want these guys touched by that. And it wouldn't have, sometime you went to see the doctor or whatever when I wasn't there around on a trip, whatever that was, you know. They just didn't go ahead and do it anyway because I wasn't around. You know. I mean, that could be something too that they could throw in there. Well, I'm thinking that thing is what's, is a way to try to kill that DNA gene, the God gene, that's part of us from our Creator of all. And they don't want us to touch that, because that's the most dangerous thing in the universe, and can take down any government, any negative impulses from anyone. And there's nothing they can do to stop it. To lift it up and lift it now so it goes out in the understanding and hearing, and other people pick it up. And then for that moment they have that, And it's pretty important to take in. Especially if you want to defend something like something called America. And this God and stuff that I spoke of in this creation, this beginning, this DNA, that's the God I'm thinking of, that's responsible over here, and that we are under as a people united. And we're called it the United States, of the Creator of all. The will of the Father from heaven come down on earth. And is there anything more beautiful than that?
No.
Wow, what a flash if you weren't paying attention to that, huh? Yeah, when it hits you, like, damn. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, it's like sweet knowledge, of understanding, and it just, you feel that realization, and it just glows in your body, and it vibrates, you just feel it, it tingles, and it comes up, it comes up. It doesn't go down here anything below the waist at all. You don't have anything go out through there. That's a waste, of what you feel inside. You can have that, sure, to procreate and whatever that, but, minimally at that, at the best, but use that energy you draw, you bring it up in that moment, that feeling, with that realization, and that's what really makes it out for you, In your mind, enlightenment, just a brief pressing, moment of it is enlightenment. And then you think on it, and then it can go more. It can grow further. And that's what people tend to want to, cling to. But, how much can you tell them before they start to lose interest? Because, they still don't get it. I mean, what do you need to say to bring that realization to go, everybody in the whole freaking world, all over the world. I mean, that kind of connection, because it's so digital nowadays, and rampant and rabid, super fast, super light speed. This is God's speed. And it's too late. You can't shut it off. It's already there. And then you just wait. And you just smile and go on however tenderly you can. And what goes around comes around. And it's going to come around again. And it's going to be like, 10 to 100 or 1,000 fold, And then it just grows, and it's an inflation of that, what I feel. Yeah. And it just doesn't come to me. You heard it, and somebody else hears it. It comes back to them because it's the word that they heard. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was God. The Word was with God. And that makes some people tremble and make noise, but they're scared. Because beliefs that you take in, that goes into your soul, you have to be careful about what you follow, I guess, There's some things you put down here to follow that aren't really supposed to be followed at all. Especially me in my beginnings, I didn't have any at all, Jeez. That's no matter, Because it's like, that was then and this is now. So that doesn't matter. It's what you grow out of it, you know. But you don't have any moments like they're showing on TV right now with that bear broke inside a building. It's a cartoon. He's tearing up the place. He's like having fun or something. I don't know. And the police are there holding him up now. Or how many people that live in the areas, you know, of color, the brothers and Negroes, you know, the African. I think they're African Americans, but you know they were Africans at one time long ago, and they never brought over here, you know, completely against their will, and that was by all the controlling powers in the world at that time that they brought them all over here, you know, to use. And some people just confuse, you know. And that's just not a wave being, you know. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Well, no, that space is like a lack of understanding, you know. But when you come to that moment of that understanding, then you have to ask, you know, hey, what's up, Vern? That's one of my sons, Caleb. His team lost last night. He's in mourning right now. Hope he didn't lose too much money or anything else. What's that team's name? Or what?
Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Baltimore Sassies or something?
Ravens.
Ravians? What?
Ravens.
Not the Ravens, the other one is Steelers.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. Well, they got their steel balls clipped last night by the Ravens. Beat. How deep can they withstand the pressure and the depth and the draw of their blood from the Panthers' claws?
His head's plugged up. You can't hear him.
Huh?
His head's plugged. You can't hear you.
Where are you today? Let's go sleep. When'd you go to sleep? Did you get called to work last night?
No, I went to sleep freaking after the football game was over, 10:30
No.
or 10 o'clock.
Now we have a cut-in. You know, I start walking in the room, and I need my intro. This is the white box.
Dun 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 dun.
Come on.
Dun 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 dun.
No, not the time. The way you do it.
I can't do it right now. My nose.
What?
My nose is all congested up. I can't.
No,
do
it's the way you can't fuck. Because you do it.
I
I
do it
like how
through
you
my
do it.
nose.
You know. It's not a ta, it's more of a pa, papa. You know. Well, I got it. It's on that recording because when I was going over there recording it, in fact, you were in the field of vision is wider in this camera, you know, and they could pick you up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They could see you, and you know, and you were carrying that tune while I was doing the white fox over through the green, you know, or not the green, but on the tee.
You were doing it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the 17th or the 18th. And this was doing the back nine, by the way. This was, I was looking at get done with that, you know. Doesn't look like I'm going to be going on my pro tour anytime soon.
Oh, you're fine.
Flip, flap, flick, and frick, you know. when it stops, when it slows down, when you withdraw, then you see your kind. And then they come into time, and then they speak. Maybe. Maybe not.
Yeah, see, that's why you bother me. You've got so much life, and you don't give yourself credit for it.
I can't hear you. I don't have my
I
ears in.
said, that's what bothers me. You have so much life, and you don't give yourself credit for it.
Yeah. Well, jeez. I don't know how.
But yet you talk.
I mean,
Yet you talk about dying and ending it all so often, and you don't have the right to say that because the Master chooses when you die. So you need to stop saying that. You have no right to choose when to die.
Okay, Lord, take me now.
No.
I've had enough. If I can't play golf, I gotta teach everybody how to sing. Woo!
No.
But see, I want to be able to play golf like Obama every day.
No. You have been chosen to spread the word, and that's why you keep getting these revelations. So for you to say it's time to end it all is wrong. Because until you stop getting these revelations, your place is here. And you haven't been...
So you don't want my credit card number, nothing?
No, I don't want your credit card
You already
number.
got my
I want
credit
you
card.
to stop saying that you want to die because it's not time for you. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't going to be right this freaking... Oh, shit.
And this has been another Kjrt production. Woo!
Okay. Well, that's what we do when we have fun, you know? Under the sun of the valley of the sun.
Even my turtle has climbed up on the rock
Phoenix.
to get a first-hand view.
Yeah. Bless her.
And you made me miss Joel this morning.
I think it only be so long, and then you won't record the minutes overtime.